What is up, my home pro? He's Reckless Riley here at 2 in the morning doing a commentary. I'm gonna be a little tired and a little quiet during this video, but anyway, there's a Machinima mod that just came out, which is really cool, and it adds a whole bunch of different things to Forge so that you can make your Machinimas and make a whole bunch of different fun stuff in Forge. Now, the first thing, you can spawn in weapons with skins, which is one really cool thing. You can pick up those extraction things from Extraction. You can pick up a oddball from Oddball. You can pick up a flag from Capture the Flag. And you can even pick up a target designator, which actually works inside of this game mode. And this game mode is perfect for anything you would ever need inside Machinima. And it doesn't have to be a Machinima, but you can just goof around in Forge or goof around in custom games, doing whatever you like. This is actually an example map. But when you pick up flags and extraction, things like that, you have to use a hill, which actually gets rid of that weapon for you. And another thing that's cool in this game mode is you can change the size of any piece you want. It doesn't change its hitbox, so when you walk inside of the area, if it's a small object, you still can't walk through it, but it actually makes it really, really big or really, really small depending on what you want. And I'll explain that later. Over here we have some hills which actually change your size in game. So as I go through the hills, I'm actually getting smaller and smaller and smaller to other people. I cannot see it myself because it's an FPS, obviously. But as I go, you can actually set different sizes for different people, and this is all customizable. If I go over here, there are more objects that are differently sized. This even works for weapons. So here's a bigger sword. I'm already holding a sword, so I can't switch. But there's different sized everything inside here. Here's a tiny dice. There's a mine, and there is another dice, and you can change their size to whatever you want. You have 100 ratio doing this. One of my favorite things inside this is actually this mantis here. Because what you see here is it's a giant mantis, and since it's so giant, it looks like it's something from Avatar or something. When you first see him get inside of a mech, it looks so cool because it looks so giant. And if RVB got their hands on this, they'd make such a cool thing using this. I'd love to see them do something with this because it's perfect. If I go over here, you'll actually see that there are mongooses with a whole bunch of different sizes. Over there are some hills. I can actually go inside and it'll immediately end the round. If I go over here, some Dominion stuff, and what's really cool is you'll see all this Dominion stuff, it's off. If I go inside this hill, watch what happens. All the stuff immediately turns on. So I can activate stuff without using the Dominion game mode, which is so cool. I love that you can do that. Now that I've showed you all that stuff, if I go over here, you'll see that there are mongooses that are big, just showing you around. But the real thing I want to show you is that there is like an ordnance explosion happening. When you're playing inside this, you'll see that your controller is just exploding with vibrations. And why is it happening? Well, if I take my mini Banshee over here, I'll actually see that there is just like an infinite ordnance drop happening right over here, which is a giant explosion. When I go near it, it'll actually EMP my Banshee. And luckily I can get back and I live and everything. But if I get out of my Banshee, you will see that I immediately run out and get killed by my Banshee. Yep. Fail of the week on Reckless Riley's mod showcase. There you go. But as you see, there's an ordnance drop happening. When you jump inside of it, it'll actually throw you off. And what's really cool is that it's just crazy because throughout the entire map you're just getting these vibrations, and it's just so weird. As you can see, here's a demonstration of the hills that immediately end rounds. And I don't even know how he packed this much inside of a single game mode. But cheers to Teancum for... Did I just say cheers? Well, anyway, good job Teancum for doing this. I cannot believe he did that. Just a note, if you guys want to make your own Machinimas using this, what you're actually able to do is he made an explanation of how to do this and everything. Well, there is a explanation in the description on how to do this and how to use all the different traits that are inside of this, how to spawn in these items. And I don't even know how he did this. This is all happening on a retail console. I was shown this by a friend today, and I cannot believe my eyes at how much content is inside of a single game type. It's just crazy. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. I said how I can change sizes of objects. If you go, you can actually set the object. You can get an object, and when you set the label to an object using user data, since modders have actually started using user data since it's unused for game types. If you go user data, if you set the number to anything under 50, it will make that object smaller depending on your number. It will say how small it is. But if I set it to something over 50, it'll actually make it bigger. So you can modify the size of an object by using the user data, which is really cool. I love that. That's another cool trait that you can do inside this game mode. And there's just so much packed into this game mode that is not explained here. You'll see it all inside of the explanation that I have in the description. But anyway, guys, there is so much you can do here. I cannot wait to see the machinimas that people make. And if you make one, make a video response to this video so that everybody else can see what you've done with this mod. And maybe even Teancum can see what you've done with it. Anyway, guys, I'm Reckless Riley. It is 2 in the morning. I'm a little tired. I'm not sure if I'll watch a TV show or something, but either way, it's the end of the video, so you know what time it is. I have to go say goodbye to all you guys. So, goodbye. I will see you guys later. I'm gonna go to bed. So, until tomorrow, roll the dubstep.